like that.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
But I don't want to watch it because then I'm going to be like self-conscious if I go into the green and I'm not in the yellow. So it's like.
Here, do you want me to? Well, I gotta look at it.
How about
so.
that? That's better.
I think that's great.
I mean, we're talking about
Yeah.
craft conversation. Is that cool?
And you're still in the shot.
And I'm still in the shot. So there you go.
Everyone wins again. This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
Well, except for Brian being late.
Is this me?
Yeah, that's for you.
Awesome, man. Thanks, dude.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you like dark beers. Like, what's your one request?
That was it.
Yeah.
So anything that's porter, stout.
All right. Well, we definitely have a stout for you. Which I think.
And that's not to say that I don't like IPAs or, all the others. But, I guess over time my palates kind of went towards the heavier, like Guinness. That's the champagne of dark beers to me.
I love Guinness.
But
it's also such a light body to it. It's so easy drinking.
And you could have it with anything. A hamburger or a steak or fish. And, no complaining about that. But like Holy City, all of them that have a good selection have a dark beer usually.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Have you had Oak Roads?
I love Oak Road stuff.
Yeah. The Coastal Carolina Evening I like a lot.
Excellent. And there's another one, they like the Nitro. I guess they can make any beer a Nitro nowadays, but.
That's true. Which one did they put on
They did
Nitro?
one that was a Nitro, and it was like a limited run, and I said, great job,
Yeah.
So.
They had I don't know if it was a Russian Imperial Stout, but I do think it was an Imperial Stout one time. It was dark.
It was great.
It was so good.
Yeah, and
oh my gosh.
It's just the limited release is always the killer.
Yeah.
The keg is out, and it's like, now what do we do?
And we were talking about that the other night at Homegrown. Caleb and a few guests.
Yeah.
Just the fact that a lot of people love and search for consistency, and it's like an oxymoron in the craft beer world because one of the leading excitements of this industry from the true fans is not to try something over and over again, but to spread out.
Right.
But it's got that paradigm to it.
Paradigm. Well,
where it's like you want to have the option to have the beer again if you want it.
That's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's why they can and bottle.
Yeah.
If you really. So I had a friend come up from Florida, and we went to one of the breweries down in North Charleston. I want to say Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a beer there that he fell in love with. Cool brewery. He bought a case of the beer to take back to Florida.
Nice.
I think the lady thought he was crazy, but he said, I can't get this in Florida. It's not available. And so, I said, let's go. So he picked up a case of it and drove it back to Florida along with all the paraphernalia that he bought from him too. Shirt, hat, koozies, bottle opener,
Man, that was a good business day for them.
Yeah, they did well down there that day. And they're great folks. I can't think of the lady's name. I want to say Heather.
I haven't been to Coast.
It's a small brick building in the middle of a field with barbed wire fence around it and the nicest people working there.
Are you being serious?
I'm not kidding you.
Oh,
it was really cool. So now, should we fact check? Should I fact check?
Here, I can Google it. We'll bring it up on the only screen that we have right now.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Google Coast Brewery. Learn to spell brewery. Dang,
that's a hard word.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Images.
Maybe it's Charleston you have to put. Is that it on the right there, the lower right there? Like right next to the guy with the goofy hair? Keep going to the other way.
Oh my gosh. Oh, over here?
I think that's it.
That's right. You did say right, and I immediately went to my left.
That's it.
What in the world was this place?
It looks like it was an old warehouse. Small, though.
Wow.
And, we did a flight while we were there, and boy, great little mix.
Have you been to Commonworks Ale House?
No, I didn't get to go.
Oh, that sounds like a story. Your face is lit up right now.
they went to that brewery as well.
Okay.
And I was working.
Oh, I've only been once.
Where is it? Is it in?
It's in Park Circle.
Oh, so that makes sense. It was right over there.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with all the streets.
I'm not either. I don't.
But it's in there somewhere, and there's a huge like parking lot. It's right next to that giant, beautiful, abandoned brick building.
Man, there's
it's
so
like
many of them down there.
knocked down like half of it. Yeah,
There's
there are.
so many nice.
But it's so open at Common House. It's just
Yeah.
they have giant doors that lift up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So
Hey, look, guys, Brian decided to show up.
Here. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing, Brian?
Good. Sorry it took so long.
No, it's all right. You're working.
That's why I did 9:45. I figured that would be plenty of cushion.
Oh,
for
I thought you
for
said
a
9.
Wednesday
I
night.
thought you said 9:30.
He did say 9:30. I went back and looked.
Did I?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
So there you
I had it
go.
wrong in my calendar then, I guess. But
Oh.
so yeah, good.
So I was on time.
Excellent. Oh, I had no doubt.
Well, I didn't know where it was. So
So you're not doing anything where you are.
Oh yeah, everything's recording right now.
Okay.
I just don't have a bag.
You grab the cooler.
Leia.
I love your dog, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
She is
You're
so
not allowed
good.
in
You're not allowed in
the
there.
studio.
Go, let her go. I'll play with you later. I promise.
Wait.
She's like,
Leia.
go.
Come on. Come on. Let's go get a snack.
Oh my God. She's too cute.
She is adorable.
Yeah, I'm a dog guy.
And she likes to be right in the action. Dog guys aren't bad.
No,
I don't have time for you.
type of guy.
Yeah.
But if they're around, they're not bothering you. So that's cool.
Exactly.
That's the way to be. You know, like
It's not like I'm gonna. Like,
if I'm gonna practice or hang out or work out or go for a walk and they want to join me, that's great. If you don't like what I'm doing, take off.
Got it. Yeah, which is why with that kind of temperament, usually cats are better suited for my personality. But I have had plenty of cats that were just super needy and just always.
That's rare.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
That's a rare
Man,
cat.
leave me alone, cat.
Most cats are like, if
Oh, I got more glasses.
If I have food and a place to chill,
Right?
I don't need you.
And I don't
the
even
food
want
runs
you.
I like these guys for
Oh, okay.
the stout. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
So-
no, that's fine. Let's do that. So we got plenty of beers over here, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
What do you want to start with?
did I just mess that up?
No, it's blinking.
Don't close that.
Don't close it. Yeah, we got a little IPA right there if we want to do it.
Oh, this is from the. Was it
From,
Relic Brewing?
Yeah, these guys at Relic Brewing Company,
I don't know.
Now, where's that? Where's Relic?
Connecticut.
Oh, wow. An import.
Yeah. Citra Mosaic India Pale Ale. Well, I do like Mosaic. And I do like Citra.
So I mean, we can start off with that. If you like
Yeah.
IPAs.
I was just saying, I'm
Yeah.
an IPA guy too. I've been grown on
I
that.
told the guy maybe we'd check it out.
It says brewed and canned at Thomas Hooker Brewing Company.
Nice.
In Connecticut.
Yep. Here, take a look at it.
Let's take a peek.
It's a beautiful can design.
So yeah, man, it's a rough night.
Worked all day, rock all night.
Is that what it says?
No, that's what you said.
That's
Oh,
what you're
that's what I
doing. Come on, Brian.
Wow, it's a print. It's a peel and paste label. Is that common for cans?
Yeah, that's kind of what people are doing these days. Yeah, instead of getting cans manufactured, they
Right.
print labels. It's cheaper just to have your staff put the labels on there themselves. Or some people have a machine where it just rolls out onto the label, but other places it's hand put on by
Well,
the
I
employees.
learned-
but-
I learned something about like breweries like Coast. They don't own a canning machine. They rent it.
Oh,
So when they're ready to do their run on a product, they'll bring in the canning machine, run whatever number of cans they have,
right.
and then the machine goes back.
that's smart.
I can't believe you could do that. I mean, what a great way to keep the overhead down.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
I wonder. It must be quite expensive then to get your canning system because you would think eventually it'd be a better bang for your buck to invest.
you would think,
Yeah, you
but
think it would.
maybe they get, they update them and they get less expensive. This is kind of a new thing, this craft beer.
Yeah, that's true. There are only like a handful of breweries around here that have canning systems.
Yeah.
Or even growler systems as well.
Growler systems?
Crowlers.
I don't know what that is.
So it's a 32 ounce can that you can fill up like you would a growler.
Like a growler?
Or anything. Yeah, and then you can put the cap on and you set it on a machine and it clamps down and it spins. And as it spins, these two things come over and peel the lid over, and then the other one comes around and crimps it underneath.
Better than a growler, maybe.
It'll hold your beer better, longer.
Right?
Yeah.
Because a growler is like a 5-day.
Depending on your system. Apparently, at Lowe's, there's a Pega system that takes oxygen out and then pumps CO2 in. It's supposed to make it last like 3 times longer.
That's
like
cool.
Months.
That's cool.
But I don't know if that's true or not. It sounds like a marketing
Usually it won't last more than 3 days at my house anyway.
And that's what I'm thinking too. Who wants a growler for that long?
That's everybody always asks, how
aging.
long is this going to last? I'm like, well, how long do you plan on keeping it? I mean, you're going to drink it, right?
It's not a bottle of wine that you're going to keep for 10 years.
Yeah. What's the second one? The one in the growler? Do you remember?
Yes.
What is it?
Birds Fly South. They're Irish Dry Stout. I don't remember the name. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's like night something.
Uh-oh.
Unlike Lowe's, Homegrown does not fill out a tag telling you what is inside your growler, so I forgot.
Homegrown doesn't? We have to get on Caleb for that.
No, because that's just making them do more work, and they're going to yell at me. I also work there, so.
Oh, you do?
I work in the kitchen.
What in the world is going on here?
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay, so were you there Saturday night?
Yeah, you didn't recognize me?
You know what? That was a full day. We hit like 3 different, we had friends in from New York and we hit 3 different breweries, man. And it was like.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the night that we set up this podcast?
It was, but I don't remember. I remember Brian, and I remember you.
Because I was working.
I was working.
You were
So
working.
I
And
was
there was
running
somebody
around.
else. Yeah, so
Gordon and I were sitting outside.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it was like.
Yeah, you didn't really get to talk to me. I just served food.
Yeah, you were just serving that night,
Yeah.
working, and so I was kind of like relaxed.
Oh, I totally understand. That's good.
Oh man, it was awesome.
If you didn't notice me, then that works. That means I didn't mess anything up.
No, you did fine. You did great, man.
I'm glad you enjoyed your pizza.
We had that was good. That was like the last meal of the day.
I think I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Right, go.
I know how it feels, Brian.
I know. It's a rush. So we're just going right into it?
I've been talking to him for quite some time now.
All right.
He's got some snippets he can do.
You're 30 minutes late.
I know it. What can I do?
Which is only going to really be on the...
Blowing it out.
Some of it on the video, but I'll probably just keep this mainly on podcast.
Yeah. All right. We doing headphones? No headphones.
Oh, yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, we've noticed it kind of helps put you in the mood.
Just kind of keeps the conversation with us. My roommate can come home at any time now. There's going to be noise going on. So it's just a distraction without the headphones.
That does sound different.
Yeah. So
Bom chicka bow bow.
we did it for the first time last night, and I think it worked well.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
So you've already talked about who's sitting here with us?
I did a very unofficial introduction, but I said that you were going to do the official one. So
Well, I don't know what else is more official, but I mean, Paul Stone, right? Paul Stone Project.
Paul Stone Project's the
Yeah.
band, and the man
Just the
behind
band.
Paul Stone Project.
Yeah, it's a musician, blues singer,
Blues singer.
3-piece band. Is that what it is?
3-piece
of you?
band. Yep.
Yeah.
It's myself, Roger Craig, who plays bass, and John Wilmarth
Okay.
is the drummer. And then we also have a backup vocalist that helps us out, and that's Julia Craig. And she kind of rounds us out. She keeps us in time.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not quite set up to have everybody in the studio, but eventually we'd like to get all of you guys in.
Man, that'd be great.
Once we get a space where we can accommodate that many mics. And
we were talking about that.
were you already?
Oh, yeah.
I've missed everything already.
We had some
not really.
ideas.
We didn't miss everything. We didn't open the beer yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't start drinking without me. That's good.
We waited for you on that.
Are you going to give a... Well, I'm going to wait to see if I like it before I give this man a shout out.
Well, I'll give him a shout out. So, I'm working down at Oak Road Brewery, and people come in all the time that talk back and forth with these guys on Facebook Messenger on the Oak Road Brewing page, And since I've been working there, I've had at least 3 people come down from Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, and they just bring beer with them and say, hey, we just thought we'd bring you some beer from up north. And we're like, okay, we'll drink it. Thank you. So this guy did that tonight. He's actually not one of the owners. He just came in, and I apologize. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I know it started with a J.
Oh, it's not on the card?
No, this is the actual sales manager on this business card. So,
oh, that sucks.
But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out before we post the video, and we'll put it in the show notes. But
that's the way to do it.
So he brought 2 4-packs in. Brought this pale ale, I think it is, right? And
yes.
Then he brought a double IPA as well. So we're going to save the double for another night. But it's Relic Brewing Company. If you can see on the video here, this is going to be the Violet Ray. It's 7.1% ABV, no IBUs listed, so we don't know what the bitterness is on it. And it just simply says an American IPA, double dry hopped with Citra and Mosaic hops.
All right,
and it's got an average rating of 4.13, so it's highly rated. But we'll just take a little.
I'm very excited.
Small 4 ounce of this apiece. And
here, you want to just put those back to back so you can make sure they're all equal?
That seems to be that seems to be a theme.
That's what Caleb does.
Keeping it equal.
Yeah.
And so far, so good.
Is it?
Yeah, because the guest always gets more.
Yeah, so we'll just top these off
there
a little
bit. There you go,
bit.
Brian. Good job, man.
Man.
It's like,
it's
like you might have poured a can or 2.
A little bit.
Look at that, man.
Well,
you did
thanks,
such
man.
a great job.
I'll give you that one. That one. Do you want the Ville de Ville glass this time? Look at that. Relic Brewing.
All right.
Is there an official toast that you guys do?
Oh, man, we didn't toast with Clayton either.
We did a toast with Clayton.
Yeah, but I didn't film it.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna toast.
Yeah, so I'll wait.
Want to toast to
let's do it.
Being on time?
Being on time and
Being
Wednesday
on time.
nights. Wednesday night with some blues.
Hell yeah.
Rock and roll and everything else we can get out there.
Oh, man, it already smells
good.
great.
Yeah.
And, this is New England.
Oh,
they started the New England style IPA craze.
That is
so this is right.
delicious.
Boy, that is smooth, huh?
Right
yeah,
out of there.
it's juicy.
I'm going to do one thing. Did you turn this air down a little bit?
They turned on 71.
Is it already?
Yeah, man.
I guess I'm just hot because I'm running around. But...
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's cold to me. I had thought about getting a jacket a minute ago.
That's all right. All right. So, what do we think about it?
Oh, I like it. Solid. It's very
Solid.
good.
Smooth.
It's got the Citra notes to it. You can really get that.
Right.
Juicy.
And they're not supposed to be bitter.
Flavor.
We talked about it there at the brewery. I mean, the New England styles are supposed to have kind of gotten away from that West Coast style IPA where it's real bitter and kind of in your face with the hops and stuff. The New England style that they're doing is supposed to kind of smooth that out, and it's juicier and just kind of hazier and a little more balanced. I know there's still quite a few people out there that would still like that hop, real heavy hop profile, but
so Citra's like a combo of different things.
It's a certain hop up.
Citra is a type of hop.
So it says right here, Citra and Mosaic hops are put in this.
So
is that just primarily, or is that only?
I think it's just those two.
Gotcha.
Really nice.
Well, it says it's dry hopped with those two, so I mean they could have used something else in the boil as well, but I think they would have listed that. And if they used something in the boil, I would think they would have used those same 2 hops. So the dry hopping, like we discussed, I think in the second episode, just kind of gives it just a little more aromatics.
I can see that.
And a little more flavor too, but it's good.
It's got a good nose to it.
It was a good
love the color.
Good day when he walked in, and then when I asked Ben if I could have a couple, it was an even better day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ben Banky.
Yeah, man.
No doubt.
So it was busy up there, huh? Or did you get a nice little rush at the end?
No, it was busy the entire... Well, about 5:15, 5:30, it started getting busy. We had trivia night tonight. It was the Marvel trivia. So all the comic book... Can I call them nerds?
You can call them nerds.
Comic book nerds were in there, and they packed the house, man. It was a good night.
Right on.
Marvel Comics. What's the other one? Marvel Comics and
DC.
DC Comics.
Yeah. So this was all just Marvel stuff. So I don't even recall any of the questions because I was just moving so back and forth, and the ticket thing doesn't work for the orders for
the
Pub
kitchen.
108 for the kitchen, so I
Yeah.
have to actually handwrite them, walk all the way around, give them to Nick, come all the way back around.
That seems ridiculous.
It's horrible.
Get
I
one of
haven't-
those strings and then just.
We talked about that. One day I've worked, the printer, where it just sends it to the printer has worked, but
Oh, so it's supposed to go to.
it's supposed
the
to go
kitchen.
there,
Oh.
but it never works. Well, one
What
time
about
it's worked
paper
for me.
airplanes?
That's
We've
another
thought
great
about
way to
that, too.
transfer information.
We've thought about that too.
In Harry Potter world, they use owls. Have you thought about owls?
No, have not.
I hear that's quite messy.
I bet. Yeah, we'd have to have covers for all the glasses. So.
Yeah, poop
Yeah.
everywhere. That's a weird term.
So busy night over at the Oak.
Yeah,
Nice.
which is good for me because time
Especially-
went by fast and good money. But
Yeah,
Awesome. I made 2 hot dogs at work today.
that's
it.
not good.
Nope.
that's it.
That's not
It
good.
was so dead.
In 4 hours.
Yeah.
We're going to pick up another Friday night at Homegrown Brew House
Ooh.
starting in May. We do the 4th Friday now,
Okay.
which I think people enjoy it. It's a different type of scene because it's not cover music,
Yeah.
playing original music for
Right.
the most part. Every now and then there might be an old obscure blues tune that makes its way into the set.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's originals. So not everybody wants to hear a song they don't know. People
True.
want to tap their foot and say, oh,
Yeah.
that's Tom Petty or that's, Janis Joplin or something.
Yeah.
But when you're playing original music, some
Yeah.
people dig that because it's like, wow, I like that. Let me see if I could find it somewhere else.
Right. Some people really engage on it. Then some
Yeah.
people, that's when they turn their head and start talking to their buddy because they're like, I don't know this song.
That's
Let's
exactly
move on.
right. So it's
Yeah.
it's an interesting vibe that they have going on with the music. But Caleb and I talked about a second Friday night because when we're there absolutely is more people hanging out
That's
because
good.
there's some music. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully they'll eat more hot dogs
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
something.
or
Maybe
whatever
that we're
else is
gonna
on
have
the
to get
menu.
you in on Wednesdays.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about. Live music and bringing people in and then staying longer
Right.
Yeah.
and then maybe hearing something they like.
So right now, the 4th Friday, I'm just going to jot some notes down, but
Yeah.
which I had some notes and I left them at work. But
You had notes and you left them?
yeah, I just rushed, man.
It's a Wednesday night, man.
It's killing me.
So the 4th Friday, and then you're trying to do what other Friday? Do you
Probably
know?
the second Friday. So it would be
So
twice
the
a month.
even
Yeah,
Fridays.
the even Fridays.
All right.
We need to invest in some new chairs. I can't get comfortable.
Yeah, new chairs are coming.
We'll keep an eye out. Like
Honestly, I really just want to go to Habitat for Humanity and just
or
grab some.
what's the other place? The Goodwill.
Yeah, Goodwill,
Goodwill.
thrift shop. I mean,
Goodwill,
there's probably
maybe.
some places we can. You
Oh,
can probably go
speaking
to a
of that.
dumpster and something's just missing a wheel or something, and that's it. And just go pick something up.
I said I wanted better chairs, not.
But you just put a new wheel
Garbage
on it, and then you
can
got a brand new
chairs.
chair. Somebody throws it out. It's perfectly good. Just lost a wheel or something.
Yeah, well, can we just stop at Goodwill
duct
or
tape or
Habitat? Do we have to go dumpster diving for a chair? We're not that poor.
It might be a good time.
Hey, you never know, man. You could find one of those leather chairs in there. That's
Yeah.
All right, well,
One of the best chairs I
we
had
might need to
downstairs.
do a show on that.
We found before I moved in. My dad found this
My
leather.
chair, my 3 chairs.
I like it.
everyone just talks about the dumpster diving.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you found a chair in a dumpster?
No, don't worry about it. It's just a story I was
Was
trying
like-
to tell. But
I
it's
wanna
not
hear it,
On the
man.
side. Oh,
I want to hear it, Brian.
No, it's just my dad found this chair before I moved in. He found a chair just on the side of the road. Picked it up. It was a nice, kind of an executive-looking leather. It wasn't real leather. I think it was like a pleather or something, but it looked like a black leather chair, you
Yeah.
know, with the pleats in it and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And had it downstairs. It was my favorite part of the living room, and now it's all different now. But in the dog I had before Leia was a rescue dog that Gordon's wife had, actually, Diane. And she was looking for somebody to kind of take it in because she couldn't handle it at the time. And I said, yeah, I'll take it. Maybe I'll even keep it. A month in, I said, Diane, please come get your dog back. He ate my chair, the chair that Leia sleeps in down there. You've seen
yeah.
the base of it. She ate that. She ate remote control. She ate a pair of Tommy's headphones, a couple shoes. She escaped the backyard twice. And luckily she had a tag on that had Diane's number, so they would call Diane, and Diane and Gordon would have to come over here and corral the dog, and they were fixing the fence because I was at work. That's when I was still working my government contract job. So yeah, that dog destroyed a lot of stuff, and I finally said, sorry, I can't do it right now. I don't have the time.
Right.
Now I could have, but at the time I was working government job 5 days a week, 7 to 5 every day.
Yeah.
Tommy was working. We just couldn't do it. So that's my story.
Man.
I had a really nice chair that was free on the side of the road. So that's what I'm saying. We can get some free chairs somewhere.
Who said that? Was it John Lennon? The best things in life are free.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I'm just not. I'm not going to start driving around looking for chairs on the side of the road.
I'll be the musical quote person tonight. I'll just keep throwing them out there.
So you know music quotes, but you don't know poems, huh?
Isn't that something?
Yeah, because you think they'd be a little similar.
They are, absolutely. But for whatever reason, the lyrical stuff sticks more than just the written word.
Maybe you should just record yourself reading them and just listen to it over and over again.
Well, that's another thing. You don't read poems as many times through. I think is like when you have lyrics and especially when you're trying to learn something.
Right.
Very true.
Yeah.
Sticks in
But
your
who
brain.
knows? Maybe I'll pull out the old poetry book and start hitting it up again.
Just whip out your own poetry in between sets.
The spoken word. Whose woods are these? I think I know.
Yeah.
So you trying to tell me you don't want to go to Habitat for Humanity?
No, that's fine.
Goodwill.
We
or
can go
either
wherever
one.
we want to go.
Either one is probably
Yeah, I'm just saying there's lots of options out there. We might find a gold mine at
the diamond in the rough
at the dump.
Goodwill. Yeah.
And maybe a mattress even or something. No?
Killing
That's
me.
funny.
Would you actually pick up a mattress?
Oh, no.
No.
No way.
Well, we got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
Chairs, clean, good. Mattress, not so much, right?
Yeah.
What about sofas? Because sofas can hold a lot of funk.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
I don't
Okay,
think
so just chairs. then.
chairs.
All right.
Yeah, especially
Just chairs.
I'm more comfortable knowing your
Maybe
your
furniture.
non-cloth
a
chairs.
desk or something. I don't know. But
pleather, leather.
I've seen a few
vinyl.
like desks, not desks, but like maybe tables and stuff that I've thought
Desks
about.
are cool. Yeah.
Like you could just grab a
Tables are
new
cool.
leg and replace it.
that's exactly what I was saying, and you scoffed at it. Never mind. So I saw on Facebook you list your hometown as Somerville, but you're not from Somerville, are you?
Originally, I'm from the island. I grew up on an island up in the New York area.
Okay. That's what I kind of figured.
I can't hide that.
Yeah.
I gave up trying.
I mean, I don't sound too much like I'm from the South either. At least people tell me I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't really have a Southern accent.
Neutral accent.
But, yeah.
But,
So, I mean, you could have been from here. I don't know.
No, I grew up in New York on the island. And had a lot of great times hanging out up there. There was a lot of clubs. And that's what is so cool about Somerville is the music scene here is just endless.
Is it good?
Oh, boy. I mean, I travel a lot with work. And Somerville, you can get live music every night of the week.
Yeah.
And, the types of music vary from place to place, from, blues music and shag and rock and roll and heavy metal. And, there's a lot of really interesting scenes. You go to other cities, you might not have that. So you go to cities like Washington, D.C., great place, love it. But their music scene isn't half as spread out as it is in Somerville. Or I'll say the Charleston area, right?
Okay.
So I think that's cool. Just the fact that you guys invited me here tonight to sit in with you on a show is tribute to the music scene in Somerville and
Right.
and the brewery scene too.
And I think that's kind of what we're trying to do. I mean, we got a bunch of things we're trying to help people with, or help ourselves with, help friends with, coworkers. I don't know, but music is one of them. Definitely,
Yeah.
We'd like to help with the music scene as well because we definitely enjoy it. I'm not a musician. I'm trying to learn the drums. I bought me a drum set. I haven't really sat there much, but I love music.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's so cool about Somerville is you have open mic nights where you could be a beginner,
right,
and get out there in front of people, which is I think they say feared worse than death is public speaking, and singing is a form of public speaking.
Oh, without a
in
doubt.
a way, right?
Yeah.
So they have the open mic nights, which is for maybe somebody who just wants to play a couple of songs and listen, and then you have places like Homegrown Brew House
Mm-hmm.
that have live music with an original vibe. Then you have places like Cupamana, which is a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And they have live music there on Saturdays. So there's all this different stuff going on. And, it's a tribute to the town. Good musicians,
When did you come into Somerville? When did you move here?
2006.
Okay, so you've been here a
So
while.
I've been here a while. And I started playing again out about 8 years ago. And the band I auditioned with needed a drummer. So I auditioned to play drums.
Okay.
And then, they said, all right, that's pretty cool. And we were hanging out afterwards, and I was playing the guitar player's guitar. And he said, oh, you play guitar too? And I said, yeah, that's really my main instrument. And he said, you play guitar better than drums. So I got laid off of my first gig as a drummer.
Wow.
And, picked up the guitar, and it turned out the guy who I was borrowing his guitar was really a drummer by trade. So there's this thing, I guess drummers want to be guitar players,
Yeah.
and guitar players want to be drummers at heart
Okay.
in some respects.
Never
So
knew that.
it's a weird
Makes
thing.
sense.
If you go and watch, guitar players will always like sneak in behind the drums, hit the cymbals and stuff. But
Slayton used to do that when I lived with him.
yeah, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
I guess it's like anything else. Grass is greener on the other side, or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah, I remember. Good.
I like the allure of his beating on drums, and it's supposed to be artistic. I'm like, I'm just smashing things, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Only when you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
though.
it's not beautiful when I'm doing it.
Same, it's still disastrous, but it's
it's just,
you feel elated afterwards. You're like, that was fun.
it's primal.
Yeah.
It's definitely a primal thing, the drums. And then the greatest drummers, if it wasn't for them, the bands probably wouldn't be as good as they are. The drummer kind of keeps them going.
Oh yeah.
So
So do you still dabble in that at all when you're out and about now?
No, I'm pretty much guitar and
Yeah.
and vocals and writing music. That's kind of the latest thing. And that was only by wanting to play at Homegrown. And Caleb over there said, we're looking for bands with original stuff. And, I got some original stuff, and put together a couple of sets, and we worked on it. And that's how we got to play at Homegrown. It was just by hard
awesome.
work. It was pretty cool.
So is it a collaboration between all of you as far as writing, or does one of you do it mainly?
It's collaborative. I think all music's kind of collaborative in its own, once you're in a band setting. But the lyrics are pretty much, I'll write the lyrics and come up with the framework, and then I'll ask the bass player and the drummer to kind of say, here's what I'm thinking. Can you guys put a bass part in and a drum part, and then we'll work on that. And then usually the last layer is putting backups and harmonies in there, which is, that's the salt and pepper on the song, if you will.
Ooh.
Yeah, it really is, because
Spice it up.
you spice it up, right? It's you're an F&B, right? So right, so F&B, and it's like, you could serve a hot dog just plain, and it's okay, it's a hot dog. But if you put relish and mustard on it, and it's a little bit tastier.
Complete.
yeah.
Right. So with the music, I get like the box, and then we kind of put the stuff in the box and around the box, and it's like, wow, that's
And just like music and food, some people will like it, some people don't like it. It's not their thing. Like some people wouldn't want relish; they want just ketchup.
ketchup
and
and
mustard.
mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the styles. We're pretty much primarily blues, and maybe towards the rock and roll side of blues a little bit. But some people love that because it's it's mellow. It's got a very rhythmic feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of parts. It's not like Rush or Yes, or pick another band that's got very complex written songs. This is more like just it's got that straight beat going through the whole thing. And some people want to drink a beer, eat some hot dogs, and listen to some good rhythmic stuff.
I love
Right.
blues.
They don't want to have to work to see what's going on. So
Now, when you're writing the songs and stuff, do you just do it plain, or are you doing it with an acoustic guitar? Do you write to a tune, or does one come before the other?
It's a good question.
that is a great question. And if you ask different people, you'll get
I'm sure different people have different methods.
ways.
But
Usually I'm doodling, and I'll say, oh, that sounded cool. And then I might say, what's the word that goes with the doodle?
right.
I don't generally sit down and write poetry, I usually say, what am I thinking? Or I might see something, driving home from work. Or matter of fact, one of the songs I wrote is called Next in Line. And that song was written at a Harris Teeter.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there was this big, long line, and the gal said, next in line, please. And I was like, there's a song in that somewhere. And so I wrote this song about that, and, it kind of stuck. Everybody said, oh, that's cool, let's do it. But, sometimes I'll have just a phrase, and then I'll write the song around the phrase or the, the sentence, if you will.
Right.
So it's kind of spontaneous. There's not really a formula, I don't think, for me anyway.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I mean, when I do paintings or planning anything, there's one thing that specifically is like a bright light, and you can see it, and it kind of shines light on a little bit of everything else. Yeah. And the rest of whatever I'm working on is centered around trying to figure out what fits with that one specific thing that drives the whole idea. Yeah. So I can see that.
I guess I do the same thing too. I do the Dale's thoughts and these different things on Facebook and stuff, and it'll just be a word or something that I saw and or a phrase that I heard out and about, and I just kind of build off of that one phrase. Same thing, I guess, in writing.
Yeah.
I'm putting music to it.
What's a Dale's dot?
What's that?
What is Dale's dot?
Well, it's called Dale's thoughts from the Zen from the Zen garden. So yeah, it's a thought.
Oh, I got you.
Just a
yeah,
thought
that's
that I come
cool.
up with. Like I don't. I can't even think of one off the top of my head.
Usually things that like people who use the terms like it is what it is. If suppose he was sitting at the bar and he heard someone say that,
right?
Just it's like God, I hate that word, and that would stick in his head. So any kind of like thought that was reoccurring or really stuck with him that day, he would usually make a post about it and kind of like word it well. They're really interesting. I've been a fan for a while.
A lot of times they're motivational. It's just something I don't know. Something I came up with just trying to put some positivity and some motivation out there on Facebook instead of all the negative stuff that you see, and just trying to make some points off of people's negativity and trying to spin it into a positive.
Yeah, that's
so a lot of times it's something that I see negative on a post, or I see somebody out that's doing something negative, and I'll try and spin it into something positive.
That's cool. So I guess with all three different things, there's a focal or a focus. Yeah. And then the stuff's kind of grown around it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I guess that's kind of the way I write. I'll have something that's going to be the centerpiece of the song. Yeah. And then I kind of build it up, and sometimes building it up is harder than the centerpiece, but eventually it works its way into being.
Yeah.
Right.
And then,
And I think we've talked about this, but kind of the way I do it is I'll take that one thought and then I'll just start spitting out just words and sentences and everything. And I'll have this big long paragraph, and then like a sculptor, I just go in and whittle it down to something concise that somebody doesn't sit there and read all day. Just something real quick that they can look at and say, oh, that makes sense. I like that. It's a positive note.
I write the exact opposite way.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
All my things, and then it's hard for me to fill in the rest. Like I got the main talking points. I'm like, well, I said that thought. I have no meat on my bones when I write.
Huh.
So
that's interesting.
Terrible at grammar. I leave too many words out.
But with the art, I'm going to assume that you did the...
Yeah, I did that. And that.
Is that the logo? That's the official logo?
Yeah, this is our official logo, yeah.
I love it.
Thanks, man. Here.
I really do. It actually... It actually says what it is.
We have stickers on the way. So I would have given you stickers.
Stickers are cool.
Well, next time I catch you, I'll give you a sticker.
Yeah, we'll have some.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Is it a piano? I'm going to say, is it like, it almost looks like a piano on the right side.
No, it's a
keyboard.
It's a microphone.
Okay.
So you take the microphone, cut it in half, and then I took a tulip glass and I cut it in half because it's beer and conversation.
Very cool. It definitely has a musical vibe. So
that's awesome.
The microphone is nice.
Nice.
I was gonna have it printed, but I didn't want to pay someone to print it because I designed it on the computer. So I just one night sat and just painted it myself.
Yeah.
It turned out pretty good.
No, it's great. Great colors.
Pretty.
Yeah.
So I think I'm trying to remember the first time I met you, or at least saw you, but I recall, and I can't remember how long ago this was, but you just started kind of hanging out at Homegrown Brewhouse, I think, and watching Scotty Oliver play, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so you kind of fell in love with Scott. And was Dave playing with him at the time, or was he still by himself?
No, it was pre-Dave.
Yeah. I thought it was too.
It was Scotty Oliver, the soloist.
Solo, and he had the loop pedal and all that kind of stuff, and was doing some fancy things.
Working real hard, and
Yeah.
I forgot why I stopped in there. Maybe because I was leaving. Is there what's next door? Isn't there an oil place next door, an olive oil?
olive oil place.
So whatever it was, I wanted to go there, and I heard the music, and it's one of the things that I'm keen to. And I went in there and I hung out, and Scotty played a Grateful Dead tune.
Mhm.
Oops.
No, I mean, he used to be able to play all those covers.
Caleb.
Yeah, now he can't. But at the time, they were allowed, or they thought they were allowed to play covers. But
You know, it's funny. The Grateful Dead would probably want you to play their music.
That's true.
Right? Because they were all about getting their stuff out there.
yeah,
But anyway, that's how I met Scotty. He was playing it homegrown.
right.
And,
I remember you hanging out 2 or 3, 4 nights, and I think one time you just said, "Hey, can I play with you?" or something, right?
I came from an open mic night, and I had my guitar, and Scotty and I played a couple of tunes together. Yeah, that was fun. I wish I could nail him down to do that more often, but he's busy.
He is very busy.
He's really busy with work.
But speaking of collaborations, we had a young guy named Clayton Lewis in here last night, and he classifies his music as rock and blues or rock blues. What did he say it was last night? It was rock blues, right? And you just said that same term, I think.
Yeah,
a minute ago.
that's
So
you know.
I told him last night. I said,
bluesy rock.
Yeah. I said, we got
Bluesy
another
rock.
blues guy coming in tomorrow night. We ought to get you guys together and let y'all jam or something.
Where does Clayton play?
What does he play?
Where does Clayton
he's
play?
played at Old Trolley Public House, the Porch Jam out in Knightsville.
Mm-hmm. May
Multiple
13th, actually, he'll be playing at the Porch Jams.
Yeah.
I have not been to that yet, but I
haven't either.
I hear it's a lot of fun.
I'm trying to set up in a booth there.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk to Dan Riley. He's the guy that's setting it up.
So they do booths and
I don't know.
just find out and check it out and see what's going on.
It's in a house. It's a coffee shop / general store. So they have this giant wraparound porch, the classic plantation house with the wraparound and a huge front yard, I guess. I haven't been there, but I'm going on the 13th. And people just bring the lawn chairs and the kids run around, and I think he said they had 14 people perform last time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
And it's like an open mic thing, too. I think people sign up and you have slots.
Okay.
And,
that's the open mic.
And then
you might do a 10-minute set. The headliners might do a 20,
Yeah, there are
25.
headliners, so they're main people still that play.
Huh. That's nice. May 13th?
12 to 4.
12 to 4.
No.
No?
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
Be there or be square.
Yeah, basically. It's nice because, front yard.
Outside is so much fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So I can't remember where else he's played, but...
I know he's been playing at Old Trolley Public House for a while. I don't know how frequently he plays there, but he has started playing there since they opened.
Nice.
He is working with the radio station, Cumulus
Radio.
Radio. So we may see him more often.
That's cool.
Maybe hear his name.
It's definitely great to get connected with a radio station.
Yeah.
That's like the next step, where they play your music. Jameson, does that name ring a bell? He's one of Jameson. He's a local musician who plays more gigs than I think anybody else in the area.
I might know if I saw him, but
you probably would. And his stuff's been on the radio, a couple of different stations, and I think that's so cool. His own music, stuff he's written, recorded, and now it's out there. So
yeah, and Clayton has too. He's got an EP that's had a couple songs played, and he's working on his second EP right now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's the next level.
Young guy. Yeah. He's up and comer. I
24.
think he's going to be
24.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you how old I am.
26,
I'm like the oldest guy at all the jams now. It's great. I'm like the Jerry Garcia of the local music scene. Not too bad, right?
That's a good title.
Yeah,
I'll take that. Yeah, it could be worse. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Or the Keith Richards. How about that? I'll light up a cigarette and slouch down, drink scotch or something.
I don't think I can see you doing that.
No,
to be honest.
Probably not. Not as good as he does it anyway.
Yeah. We'd have to have some real good mics to figure out what the heck he's saying too.
Yep.
Oh, man.
We'd have that decipher thing on the computer program.
That would be a nightmare.
Yeah. Trying to sync up audio.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So speaking of open mics, are you playing tomorrow night? Are you going up there?
Tomorrow night's Friday. No, tomorrow night's Thursday.
Yeah, it is Thursday.
Thursday's Coastal Coffee open mic night.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that I'm going to try to stop down.
Okay.
Yeah, Josh Jarman is the host.
Yep.
Well, I think
They switch back and forth.
They switch back.
He and Chris
Yeah.
are doing alternate weeks now. So.
Oh, okay. That's what they're
Yeah,
doing?
but it was Josh's thing originally. Yeah, but
Old Man Rankin. Give a shout out to Old Man Rankin.
Old Man Rankin.
He's not that old, but
I
No.
know.
I like the title.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Chris was there last week, so it should be Josh
Should
this
be
week.
Josh.
Yeah. And I'll be working at Oak Road as well. So that's a bonus
then
for
I'll
me
definitely
because I
come
get.
down.
Huh? What's that?
I'll definitely stop
Okay,
down then.
cool. It's a bonus for me because I get to listen to music and serve beer, and they've got some great tacos that Nick makes. So
I'll probably.
no, you'll be out of
Jesus.
town.
Hold on. I'm trying to say this, but I just muttered like 3 words all at once.
Yeah.
I will probably be recording a remote episode with my brother. I'm going to be up in North Carolina.
All right. We're in North Carolina.
Head up to Greensboro.
Love Greensboro.
It's a good
Cool
spot.
city.
Yep.
Good music scene up there too.
Oh, well, hopefully we'll get some music. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
man.
try and grab someone. I'm like, hey, drive all the way down here. Be on a podcast.
Yeah, Greensboro. College Town, right? GSO, right? No, it's not That's the airport. Greensboro.
I think Elon's close to
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Greensboro.
Yeah, but definitely some good, and you're going right by Charlotte, so on the way home you could always,
Yeah, there's a lot of breweries there too.
Charlotte's growing like crazy.
Well, we talked about
There's
that.
a thing called, there's a little area called Noda, Noda.
Oh yeah, in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Very
they
good
have a really, really good stuff.
Is this the card you were looking for last night? Did you find it?
Yeah, man. Just
Okay.
put it back
Put it back where it was.
next to the battery,
All right.
so that when we take a break, I can swap it.
I'm just making sure.
I had things
Relax.
set up
See
before
that.
you came in here like a tornado.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you got the form.
Oh, yeah,
you
we
got the
forgot to have you do
That's all
that.
right. I'll do that on the
The only
commercial
reason
on the
we said it
commercial
there,
break.
we forget all the time.
Yeah.
No, it's
all
good,
the time.
man. It's good.
And I've got to take your portrait in the Carpet Wall Studios, and we didn't even turn the light on, so I didn't have everything set up.
Well, that's all right.
Well,
We're
can
doing.
we turn
Pretty,
light
I think
on?
we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Just
But
for the
don't
video.
let me forget.
2.
Take your portrait
Okay.
in that area.
Yeah. That's all. That's the carpet wall, right?
Carpet
yeah,
wall,
it's just a
man.
weird wall. It was here when I bought the place. I don't know why there's carpet on the wall, but it's there. So we thought it was kind of cool to
Well, with the
put
light.
people in the corner and perform, and we call it the carpet wall sessions.
Yeah. It's got a little, the little, what do you call that? Panels on there to mute the sound out a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Soundproofing, I guess you would call it.
So I don't
Nice.
know.
Yeah.
We think it's kind
That
of
was the goal, at least.
Right.
We ready for this next beer?
Heck yeah, man.
All right. Well, let's do it.
So this is the craft part of the conversation.
The craft part of the conversation. That's right. Well, I mean, it's kind of a play on words. I mean, we're
I like
crafting a conversation with you, but then
Yeah.
we're also having a conversation about craft beer. So it's
good.
kind of back and forth.
No, it's not good. It's great.
Good. Glad you like it. We got this from where? Homegrown Brew House.
Homegrown Brew House.
So
right.
Birds Fly South. Nights Like These. It's an Irish Dry Stout. 3.85 ABV, so it's pretty light. 30 IBUs. Classic and clean Irish Dry Stout. Brewed with Marisodder. I don't even know what that is. Roasted barley and a hefty amount of flaked barley.
All right.
Sounds good.
Something everybody's
I'm excited.
drank, I'm sure.
Now, we haven't had too many dark beers on the show so far, have we?
Just
Wow, look at that.
the
Huh?
pilot episode, we drank that barrel-aged 1050, so that was a Imperial Stout. We've drank my beer before, the Zenconut Russian Imperial Stout. And then I think we had something else, right? I mean, well, the Can Pants is a barley wine, is that right? Probably a little bit more here. I think we can get all this out
Yeah,
here.
fill
Might as
them
well.
up.
There you go.
A lot of people will be mad that we don't give it room to breathe and all that kind
Got
of
to give it some room to breathe.
But I say it breathed when I opened the
It-
bottle.
it breathed.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
That's the
breathing
ticket,
while you were
Brian.
pouring.
Tell them.
You don't need this, right?
Not yet. I gotta fill it up at some point. Again.
No, but I mean, you don't need it for this thing.
Oh, no, I don't need to show. I already did that enough.
All right. Here you go, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ooh, I get
There
this.
you go, Caleb.
I like this glass a lot. I Everyone cheers this one too.
Cheers. Yeah.
All right. Cheers
Cheers
to
it's a stout.
Yes.
dry Irish stouts. A lot of times Irish stouts are on nitro, but of course we're not going to have nitro in a bottle.
Why not?
You might be able to get nitro bottles. I don't know. Well, I guess you can. The Guinness, they have a bottle that has this little, I don't know how it works,
It's
but
a
they got
widget.
this little widget thing in there, whatever, and you pour it in, and it's just like you got a Guinness poured from a tap. It's pretty delicious.
It's a smooth beer.
I mean, I think it's spot on style-wise.
Man, it almost just disappears from your mouth.
It vanishes.
Yeah. I think on nitro it'd be perfect.
A little creamy.
Yeah.
Creamier, right?
But, I mean, it would take some of the dryness away, I think. So, I mean,
Right.
it's dead on.
Right. And these guys...
And what was the brewery?
Birds Fly South.
Birds Fly South.
Yeah, these guys are out of Greenville, South Carolina. They're a microbrewery up there. Do a lot of good sour beers.
Wow, that's not nice taste.
I mean, actually, that's what it says. Saison and Sour Brewery is what it says on their site here. Open fermentation in the upstate. So this is kind of something different for them. That's not usually what they brew. But I think they did a good job.
It's kind of smoky.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Or taste that.
Yeah.
Couldn't see it.
Makes me want some barbecue.
I'm going to write that down.
Which
I got it on my
I
computer.
already ate today. But, you can never have too much barbecue.
No.
I'm glad you agree. I was scared for a second.
No, I'm telling you. That was part of this Saturday thing when we came to visit you. We went to Queology downtown.
Oh, nice.
And
What is that?
it's a barbecue place down
Oh, that
on
makes sense. Queology.
Market Street, right off of Meeting Street.
Yeah.
And
I've only seen it. I've
I'm
never been there.
going to put a plug in for them.
Go
That's all
for
right.
it.
I'm writing Queology down.
Yeah, they had the best Bloody Mary I've ever had in my life. And I'm not a connoisseur, so, if you go there and you don't like it, well,
It was the best for
it
you.
was the best for me.
Right.
Thanks.
Well, how do you like your Bloody Marys? And we're going to get back to that. Well, actually, we'll get back to
Yeah.
Bloody Marys. Keep going. Sorry.
It's all good. I mean, it's just something that's not plain.
Okay.
And this had a very nice topping with a couple of olives, a little piece of corn.
Did you say a Bloody Mary bar, or they just make it for
They
you?
make the Bloody Mary right there for you,
Okay.
and they bring it to you in one of those ball. I'm saying it with my New York accent. Ball,
Right.
right? My ball bottle. Everybody's gonna pick on me for that, but so they had the okra and the celery and all this stuff happening.
Oh, there you go.
And then on the last thing, they put the kicker in there, the chicken wing. Boom! Right in the top of the thing, man.
That's
And
different.
really nice, Bloody Mary mix in there. I don't know what all went in it, but I had that and I said, that was sweet, you know. And then you bring some barbecue and it's like,
Right.
So
I don't do Bloody Marys, but I know a lot of people do
I love
the Bloody Mary bars, like for brunches and stuff. I think
Yeah.
Montreux does it, and some
Right.
different places where you
Yeah.
pick your own stuff. But I'm not a big fan of that. But
I like
everybody's hands touching everything,
half.
and
Right, I'm right. This is not like
yeah.
Oh, whoa! You build it yourself?
You build it yourself.
Yeah.
They got tongs. You put your own olives,
Oh,
your
that's
own
weird.
celery, your own mixes, whatever.
I wouldn't want to make my own.
no. I want it to be what
Yeah.
you're doing. Give me your personality in a cup.
I always want a Bloody Mary, and I get about halfway through, and I think to myself, that was too much Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
So-
was a big
I'll have
old
to try
Bloody
it.
Mary.
I've never had chicken wing in there. That sounds awesome.
And, only ones I ever used to do. We used to go to the Clemson games all the time. We tailgate, and first thing in the morning,
We're going there.
Here it is.
first thing in the morning, because we got wasted the night before the game. Then of course we're looking for something to perk us up in the morning. So it's either a screwdriver or it was a Bloody Mary. And I usually went for the screwdrivers. I wasn't a big fan of the tomato sauce or whatever's in there, but
I like screwdrivers too. Orange juice is my favorite juice.
yeah. I don't know. Wasn't a big story.
Just get one of each. Start your morning off right.
Yeah.
I'll have to post a picture of that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
We'll
let me
put it
see
up.
that.
Yeah, I'll put it up there.
Actually,
for
the
you.
Junction has a good Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
But I think they use sake on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah. For some reason, they only use sake on Sunday.
That would be interesting.
It's a good place, man. It's absolutely delicious. Have you been there?
No. Check it out.
Where
Park
is that?
Circle.
Park Circle.
I talked
Park
about
Circle.
it last time.
Yeah. The
Right.
other one of the other hip areas in Charleston, Dorchester County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charleston.
Matter of
Dorchester.
fact,
They have a good music scene there.
Really good. Yeah.
Scotty and they were playing there tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Oh, snap. Where?
7 to 9 at.
I don't know if it's at the Junction.
It's not. It's the.
I should know this because my roommate's in the band.
Oh, really? Who's your roommate?
Tommy, the guy, the lead singer that sings with him. That sits in
Tommy.
with him.
Tommy.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, he's here.
Tommy's the man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good dude. So yeah,
He told me last night, and I completely forgot.
yeah, Scotty Oliver band.
It's a theater.
And,
Well, look
Yeah.
it up.
and then when he sits in with them, their name is Blue Sphere.
Blue Sphere. Right. Really good. I got to see them down at the Andolini's Pizza.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And,
Great pizza.
great pizza, good music, and it was outside in March.
Oh,
And
man.
it was a beautiful night.
All around perfect.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
really cool.
Actually, they're the only two people that sing original music. I said, is it a concert? They're in some kind of concert or something, because Tommy was telling me that the only two bands that sang originals were the two from Somerville. Everyone else had like covers or something,
Huh.
but I don't remember who it was. Oh, 40 Mile Detour and Blue Sphere, because they open up for 40 Mile Detour.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're really good too.
yeah, good guys. Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, good guy. So you start to see how it all kind of it's a big web,
It is.
and as
yeah.
you go out, there's like more and more stuff going on, and more different, more people come in. I'll give a plug to my favorite rock and roll heavy metal band in Somerville. It's a bunch of guys that go by Durpot,
Yes.
and
We saw them.
They were at Blackwater
yeah,
just
we
the
saw
other
them last
night.
Friday.
And amazing. They
Yeah.
killed it.
they killed it. So they've been together for about a year now, and I think that they are absolutely off the chain. So whenever I get a chance to hang out and listen to them play,
Oh, man.
it's a Durpot party. So,
Yeah.
good guys. And the drummer's he's just getting into it, so he's going to just keep getting better.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Those dudes were amazing.
Yeah,
and
they're
we didn't know what to expect. He walked up there, they're doing a mic check, and we're like, well, this is going to be different. And then just started singing so high.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey guys, it's going to get loud.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing.
It's
and
amazing.
It totally was.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
Yeah,
It was so good.
Very Black Sabbath-ish.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
that's the biggest influence. I could hear it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But also, they have that old 60s vibe rock
Yeah.
and roll going too, which is like the Cream,
Right.
a
Yeah, I could hear all those influences.
little, definitely a very well-rounded sound for
Yeah.
guys that are so new together,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Initially, they had the vocals too high, and then they turned them too low, but then they got it kind of dialed in. Or not they, the music, the sound guy, but
Fleming.
yeah,
Fleming.
I wasn't gonna say his name. I wasn't gonna say his name, but
That's
yeah.
all right. No, that's all right. It's cool. That's a plug out to because
Yeah.
what is that? That's not the Bummerville Amphitheater. That's
Well, it's
part
run
of
through
it,
the
right?
through the same company, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's live Friday night live
Friday Night
at
Live
Blackwater.
At Blackwater.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so Blackwater is actually Mark Deshane's moniker,
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
but Fleming, yeah, is the Bummerville.
Yeah, so he's all over the place.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm there every Friday as well.
Oh, do you do your art?
Yeah. Actually, that's for you.
All right. So you're going to motivate me to make stickers up for the Paul Stone project.
Yeah,
I
man,
keep saying I'm going to do that, and I don't.
do it.
It took me a few minutes.
Who does you? Am I allowed to?
Yeah, I use Sticker Mule for that.
Sticker Mule?
Actually, I would love to get a shout out to Sticker Mule because
Give a big shout out to him, man.
it's been a crazy.
Sticker Mule.
We're writing it down.
One-stop shopping for all your sticker needs.
Actually, they have so many things. I didn't even realize they offer. Just
You laugh, but that's what we're trying to get to.
No, and it's cool, man.
Yeah, we're trying to get to where we have 5 minutes worth of ads up front
Oh, yeah.
before we even start the show.
No, that's the
or
way to
at
do
the
it.
end of the
I mean,
show.
if you're getting some help from them and that looks cool.
well, they have excellent customer service. So even if they're not paying me, I at least want to say that.
Oh,
I
you even
ordered
have
a-
your own website.
Yeah,
See, I didn't know
I
that.
sell artwork off it and everything.
I'm going to say the last name wrong. Is it Choir?
It is Choir.
Okay.
Actually,
Caleb
you're
Choir.
one of like 15% that's ever said it correctly on the first time.
25 years in the IT business.
Oh.
You have to get good with names.
Yeah.
Oh, click.
Click.
But yeah, I ordered those stickers, and I was excited to get them in. I was going to get them in like a day before a Blackwater. I was like,
Yeah.
perfect. Never showed up. It says it was delivered. Couldn't find it.
Right.
I accepted my losses. I was going to call UPS the following Monday, and then Sticker Mule reaches out. It's like, hey, we saw that your package arrived. Hope everything is up to satisfaction. I was like, actually, it never arrived. I don't see it anywhere.
Right.
Like, well, did it go to this address? I'm like, yep. So he went through, and eventually, we don't know what happened. It was never actually delivered, but they reprinted it, sent me another one. I was like, that's really nice. Thank you.
Right.
Because you have no reason to believe me that I said it didn't show up. There's no proof of that.
I mean, you didn't have it going to a different address, your previous address or something?
Nope,
possibly?
we double-checked the address, and it was
Yeah.
I've never ordered stickers from them. This is the first time.
Yeah.
So, reprinted. Supposed to have it on Monday last week, and on Thursday, they emailed me. It's like, hey, how are the stickers? I'm like, guys, it still has not showed up.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, let me check into that for you.
That's frustrating.
Turns out the package was damaged by UPS, and so they sent it back.
That's
They're like, would you like us to ship out another reprint? And I'm like, why not? Let's go for 3.
give it a try.
And it actually showed up, and they've been great. And they look awesome, and I can't complain. I just ordered literally 2 more stickers from them. One for Craft Conversations, and the other for... I've got a whole like non-dairy series that I do because I'm lactose intolerant.
Bang.
There it is. Every episode. Yeah. But
That's
Slide it in.
hilarious, man.
just wonderful, amazing.
All right. Well, I'll check
Customer
them out.
service.
All I have to do is design a sticker that's going to stick.
Hey man, I design
go.
professionally.
I like it.
Do you?
Yep.
So maybe after we'll talk offline.
Oh, there you go.
We'll figure it out.
My people will get in touch with your people.
Yeah, we'll just work something out.
I got no people.
Me neither.
Perfect.
It's all about
I
connections.
have a daughter.
It is. Everything is connections.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it back around to what I was
Okay.
looking up.
Yeah,
I know
Brian.
it took me a while to get there, but
Scotty Oliver.
Scotty Oliver
See that?
Band playing at South of Broadway Theater, Park Circle.
That's it.
That's
Tomorrow's show starts at 7:30, and then they're actually at the Windjammer on Saturday, downtown Isle of Palms.
Great place to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really excited about that.
So while we're talking about that, we want to promote a show coming up for you really soon, right?
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, so let's just do all of that in the same
Sure, the same breath.
trailer thing.
Sure, that sounds great.
And that'll be easy to edit. Go ahead, man.
Right. So this Friday night, it's 4th Friday already of April. We'll be at the Homegrown Brew House from 7 to 9 p.m. And that's the Paul Stone Project with our quartet this week is going to be playing. Yeah, we'll have Julia Craig on vocals, Roger Craig on bass, John Wilmarth on drums, and Paul Stone here on the guitar and vocals. Should be a fun gig. We're hoping that we get a good turnout, and we're going to record the show for our EP. So we're going to record the show similar to the way you guys are working right now. Look to get a cut that's worthy of putting on an EP, and we'll take it. So we'll have Audacity out there, and
So is the whole EP going to be a live EP
No.
or just that one live input?
we're going to grab one live song, and then there'll be 3 that we do in a studio.
Okay,
And that will be out hopefully before July of this year.
very
And
nice.
that will be our first one. So we're pretty excited.
Ooh.
Yeah, heck
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty excited about that. And then also the first Saturday of every month, and this is 2 years now, I play at the Cup of Mana, which is also in downtown Somerville on Main Street. And the crew there has me playing from 3 to 5 every first Saturday. And that's a different scene because I play...
What day did you say? This Saturday?
No, it's the first Saturday of
First
every
Saturday.
month, yeah. So
Okay.
I think it's the 5th, May 5th it will be. So May 5th at the Cup of Mana from 3 to 5 p.m. And then I play a mix of blues and classic rock. So, Tom Petty,
Yeah.
James Taylor, some originals, some blues stuff, B.B. King, just about anything that's able to be played by a solo musician.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the Saturday deal.
Oh, so you're solo at the Saturday.
And a lot of times Roger Craig will come down and join me on bass, but
yeah.
no, rain or shine, I'm there. And then if Roger shows up, that's part of the project.
Yeah.
So the Paul Stone project, it's,
Very cool. I've never seen any music there. It used to be called the Smile
Single Smile
Cafe.
Single Smile
Cafe.
Yeah.
And I think they had an open mic on Tuesday nights or something.
Yeah.
And a good old friend of mine's dad, he's not old. Well, he is old too, but he used to play there, and I never got a chance to see him because he doesn't play there anymore. But,
oh, that's too bad.
But anyway,
they still have the Tuesday night open mic there.
Still do Tuesday as well. So
why stop a good thing?
Yeah, and the new owners are great, Mike and Janice Taylor. They're really big on promoting the local music scene. So they have last night we had a young lady play piano for the first time ever in front of people. She absolutely killed it. So it was a lot, it's a lot of fun. It's all different styles of music from, classical piano to rock and roll. And
that's good.
You never know what you're going to get there on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So fun. Thanks. Appreciate you guys letting me
very
put
cool.
the plug in.
I was going to go out to Blackwater Friday, but he's out of town, so I don't think I'm going to go out there by myself without Caleb over there. So I'll probably come out to Homegrown Friday.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen you play. Well, I mean, I've seen you at the open mic, or heard you at least recently.
Right, at Coastal Coffee. Yeah, that's always fun. I'll put one other plug while we're doing the plugs.
Right.
One of the things that got me back into the blues was by chance I attended a jam for the Low Country Blues Club. And that's been around for about 10 years now, maybe a little more.
That's one of the things I had written down.
Yeah, Low Country Blues Club. Yeah, fantastic group of people. And we have 2 jams a week. Every Sunday we jam down at Smokey's Place in Hanahan. And that's from 6 to 9 p.m. And it's a mashup. So people come down, they sign up, and then the jam master, who's usually Bill Nance, he'll grab a drummer, 2 guitar players, a bass player, and a piano player. You go up on stage and, you say, all right, what are we going to play? So it's a challenge. You got people that may have never played before playing some blues, and that's always fun.
That sounds super cool.
It really is, and it's a real relaxed environment. So if you're new to the music scene and you just started playing guitar, nobody's going to hold that against you. We'll get you up there. You'll play some music, have some fun, and then hopefully come back and join the club. So yeah. And Wednesday nights we rotate around. So
is it off of Red Bank Road? Is that where Smokey's is?
Remont. It's right on Remont. Remont Road. Remount, right.
Man. Oh, I know. It's in that little Food Lion shopping center.
That's exactly right.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Best darn burgers in Charleston.
That's what they say. It's pretty smoky in there. It's true to its name.
They actually because some people said, "Oh, it's smoky."
You're smoking in there. So
but not now. What they did, they changed it up. Half of the house is non-smoking.
Okay.
And they really worked hard to make it so if young kids want to come in there, they're not going to get the old school smoky smoke type of a deal. So fun stuff. Low Country Blues Club.
Very cool. I liked it. I used to go. I liked it. I used to work right around the corner there off of North Rhett and Remount when I was a government contractor, so we'd go there for lunch all the time. But the burgers were really good.
They do a good job with the burgers.
Yeah, but sitting there and somebody smoking right next to me at the bar while I'm trying to eat my burgers.
So we actually put signs, no smoking signs on the tables when you first walk in.
Yeah.
Nothing against people that want to have a cigarette, that's cool, but they're going to be on the side by the pool tables, and then it kind of lightens the scene up a little bit. Cool.
Very cool.
Thanks for the plugs, man. That's awesome.
It's neat.
Smokies. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, man. Good dude.
Yeah.
I really want a burger now. This happens every time we talk about food.
Man, food is just
yeah.
Barbecue wouldn't be bad though.
I know.
There should be like a 24-hour barbecue place around here.
Yeah, I go once a week at least down to Swig and Swine.
Oh, they great plug.
You really go there once a week?
Probably once a week.
Wednesday nights, 25-cent wing night.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's a great night to go.
All right.
Yeah, we keep it pretty.
Give me a few weeks and I'll start joining you.
Yeah.
A few weeks?
Yeah.
Why a few weeks?
Because, man.
You'll be traveling back from.
Yeah, that's true.
Back from.
You're going to be out of town, then I go out of town right after you get back. So
yeah, that sounds good.
So we'll do it in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Deal.
Yeah. Nice.
Maybe we'll get 10-cent wings.
I doubt. I don't know how they sell 25-cent wings out of that place.
I don't know, but that's a deal.
Really good.
I had wings tonight. Nick did wings tonight.
Yeah?
They're pretty good. Oven baked, buffalo sauce.
Ooh.
It's
Yummy.
like 10 wings for $8. Wasn't a bad deal.
Nice.
Right on. We should have wings when we open up our studio tap room place.
Just keep adding more stuff.
Call us up when you want the live music, right?
Oh, absolutely. We have so many
You'll
musicians.
have people knocking on your door. You know?
Yeah.
Hello. Do you
We
have
want
live
people
music?
knocking on our doors. I have music every night of the week. I don't care.
It's great. It really is. I'm trying to think. Are there any places that have live music 7 nights a week?
I highly doubt it.
The Charleston Poorhouse.
The Poorhouse does.
Over in West
there you
Asheville.
go. That's
Yeah.
a place.
Wow.
Seven
Yep,
days a week, I believe.
Right. Don't they have the patio outside?
Yeah, they usually have a free show on the deck that starts at 6 or 6:30 maybe, and then usually the main attraction starts at 9ish, 10ish inside.
Yeah.
Most times there's a cover for that one. Sometimes that's free as well, but yeah, the party on the deck is always free. And it's always a good time. I was going to say it's always a jam good time, but I think that's the Windjammer.
Right.
What a great business plan.
What's that?
Or like, what a nice thing to do as a business to offer like half, like, hey, from this time to this time you can come in for free and hang out and enjoy music.
Yeah,
Right.
Then
But
they
if you
hope
want to see
venture
the
inside.
headliner, then you have to pay to get in. That's super cool.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
telling you,
great.
I think it's the best music venue in town, to be honest. I mean, I used to love the Music Farm, but it's just way too big and too loud, and it's just the sound is not good. But the Poorhouse inside is some of the best sound, I think, in town.
Yeah. There's another new place, too, that just opened up over in Latson. It's called Honky Tonk Saloon.
Oh, really?
and so I wasn't really sure what it was going to be like inside, but really nice. It's a big stage, huge bar, and the Blues Club jams there on the third Wednesday of the month. So I was off work early, ventured over, and man, we had a blast there.
Okay.
And it wasn't overpopulated, so you could get to the bar, you can get a drink. They have pretty good selection on the menu. I don't know if they have vegan stuff there for any of the vegan folks, but
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble.
I'm sure they got lettuce. I'm sure they have some lettuce. Some tomatoes.
I'll have a hamburger, hold the burger
Yeah.
with tomato and mayonnaise. I don't
Yeah.
know if mayonnaise is vegan. Probably not.
It's egg yolks.
Egg yolks.
Mayonnaise.
So that's not vegan.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No.
Anyway, hamburger, hold.
I feel like there's not too many vegans around here. Although we just had Dan Riley on the show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's hard to keep vegan in Charleston.
yeah,
I think
we like our food.
fish, meats.
Yeah. I mean, you could be a pescatarian, I guess. It's a vegan, right, that
Yeah,
still
eats
eats
fish.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Neat.
So, married, kids?
Yep, married, daughter
Okay.
At-
and everybody's
at-
here?
at the Clemson University,
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. graduating in about 6 months.
Okay. We just lost half our listeners, but that's fine.
That's all right.
You're a Clips event, dude. If
Well,
we
no,
haven't lost-
probably I don't have any more people coming to see the band or something like that. But
Yeah.
that's a big competitive scene there. USC versus Clemson, right?
Yeah. It is. It's definitely a
What are we
divided state.
What happens if we have a guest in here and they just walk in, see all the Clemson stuff, and just like, nope, take it down or I'm not doing an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that bad, especially if you have a musician or a person that's doing brewery
True.
stuff,
Yeah.
I doubt we're gonna have that kind of fan on the show.
Yeah. No, it's all good. So she's keeping busy, and then she's interning over the summer at Spay War.
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
Yeah. That used to be our
Engineering.
Jumped right
customer.
in.
Engineering right in there.
Wow.
Yeah, so smart people work in those types of jobs. So.
Oh, yeah. That's Spay War was our customer for the contract job that I did. So for the Marine Corps, and the engineer on our team, or both of them, had a government engineer and then a contractor engineer. You know, it had both sides of it, and they were smart dudes, way smarter than me.
Music has a lot of math built into it, right? So there's math in just about every part of music.
Yeah.
So when
We hate math on this show.
Yeah,
do you really?
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know. We just always are trying to add stuff up and just always.
Math is
I'm
a lot.
gonna do, so then if I play a song or two, I'll put a math song in there, a math
Okay.
blues song.
Okay.
You like math?
Yeah.
You got very jazzed about it.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things.
I mean, it's a universal language.
It really is.
Yeah.
You don't need to, speak any specific language to understand math.
Right.
So
I never thought about that. That's
right.
cool.
It's pretty cool,
It's
right?
pretty wild, actually.
I think when they send stuff out into space, they send it like in binary.
Yeah, like zeros and ones.
It's all ones and zeros. So like, the Martians look at it and they go, oh, look, they're saying that eat a Queology. Something crazy like that. It's 1001001001001 equals Queology. But
barbecue.
Right. It's the universal language, right?
Yeah. So you're saying there's a lot of math in playing?
In music, sure, absolutely.
That makes sense. You had like timings and
there's the rhythms, the timings, and then there's the progressions.
Right.
So you're going from
it's all on counts,
chord one. So the blues is. Somebody's going to yell at me for saying this, but most of the blues music is a 1, 4, and a 5. So that's the first is the 1. So like if it's an A, it's A. That's the number 1 chord. Then the 4 chord is D, A, B, C, D. And then the 5 is E. So it's a 1, 4, 5. It's math. So, a lot of people don't think about it like that, but I guess just the way I learned how to play, my teacher was very, here's the why behind the notes. So it's,
Okay. Well, there's a question in itself. So how did you get into music? How did you start playing? Did you just pick it up by ear, or did you have it? I guess you just said you had a teacher at one point, but
yeah. So I started playing piano, and I found that I just couldn't stick with it enough to really progress. Right? It was one of those things. Practice was a chore. But when I was 13, my dad, said, "Hey, would you like to play guitar? It's a cool instrument." So we went to a local guitar shop that he knew some folks at, and I took lessons there for a few years with some great guys, Tom and Charlie Lavarco. If that makes it out there, I'll send a link to them too.
Awesome.
But Tom and Charlie were young guys starting a guitar studio called Focus 2 Guitar Studio, and they had a couple of teachers, and just about everybody that was friends with me back then wanted to play some kind of musical instrument. So you went to Focus 2 and you had a guitar lesson or a bass lesson or, something like that. And that's how I got started. And, I've played since I was 13, so it's a long time.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you.
It's one of those things that you just keep learning about. So you never get to the plateau, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You learn something and you learn something new.
You never want to get to a plateau.
I don't know. Well,
really?
It might be nice someday to say, "Wow, I'm accomplished at that."
Well, I feel like
it's.
Don't you think when you get to that next stage that you accomplished what was beneath you?
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely not. It's definitely rewarding. It's probably a lot like art. When you do that picture, you say, "Wow, those colors blend great," and the everything looks really just the way I wanted it to be.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But then you say, "Man, if I would have only thought another second, I might have had a different angle on this, that, or the other, or shaded." So there's all, it's like I don't know who said it, but sometimes with art, you just keep working on a piece and you'll keep building it up, especially with digital art now, right? You could always enhance and change. Kind of like music, you get there and you're like, man, if I could just learn how to do this, then that would sound a little better.
Right.
So, it's, maybe you get to a plateau and you look out and you say, oh, look, there's the next plateau or the next mountain, the next range or something like that. Yeah. But,
it's just solid ground,
It's solid ground. Yeah. And that's probably a great way to look at it. So you get to a point where, and probably a perfect example of these like open jams where they say, all right, why don't you play guitar and you play drums and you play guitar, and we go up there and we say, oh, what do you want to do? Let's just do a 1, 4, 5 and B, so everybody knows what to do, and that's kind of a, you speak in the lingo type of thing,
Right.
So like probably art or anything else, you say fishing, right?
Yeah.
Take out a flounder number 9 hook. I don't know what that is,
Yeah.
But a guy who fishes knows exactly what to grab out of the box and, stick a 2-ounce sinker on there and now we're fishing, so you're your stuff. So music's kind of like that. You keep learning, and
Yeah.
the guys who started me out gave me that great foundation.
Right.
I was,
and that's the key, right? I mean, the foundation is where it's at. I mean, you got to be rooted and
yeah, absolutely. So, you understand the basics, how to make the words. And then from there, you're going to play jazz, rock and roll, blues, gypsy jazz, whatever you're playing. The math behind it is all kind of the same basic foundation. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's
good.
That was
I can kind of tie all that into martial arts too. I mean,
absolutely.
I've been in martial arts forever. So you got to learn those basics first, and then you keep progressing. And a lot of people say you never really master the martial arts. I mean, there's always something to learn. I mean, look at the UFC where it's come. You got a guy that thinks he knows everything. He goes out there and gets his ass beat. Guess what? He didn't know everything. There was more that he needed to learn, or something he needed to learn specifically for that opponent, I guess. But you never are fully master of anything.
Right.
I don't think.
There's
totally always changes, something different.
That's probably a whole show in itself.
Probably.
The art of anything.
Yeah.
Martial arts is like one of the things that that's always been a amazing thing to me. The balance and the discipline of practice, right? So there's the common theme, right? Practice is probably
that's it.
The big part of no matter what it is that you're trying to get better at.
Right.
It's not going to happen by putting the book under your pillow.
Yeah.
Osmosis
doesn't work.
We always talk about you got to do 10,000 kicks to perfect a kick. Same thing. You got to do that lick 10,000 times before it's perfected. But
that's what drives me nuts when people watch me draw. Like, oh, I wish I could do that.
What do you say? And what do you say?
Pick up a pen, start
drawing.
Yeah, like just do it then. Like I've just been doing the same thing for 20.
The evolution of your art is, you start with the box, the 3-dimensional box, and then it just kind of expands. It's pretty wild, man. So music's not really difficult. It's just practice.
Right. Well, what was that one thing we talked about one time? Speaking of art.
I'm getting deep.
That one artist, what was that thing? And you said you'd heard it before. I said that one artist was sitting at a cafe just drawing something on a napkin, and then he crumpled
Picasso.
it up. Yeah, Picasso. He crumbles it up and goes to throw it away, and somebody comes over and says, hey, that was, I don't know, you might tell the story better.
Yeah, a waitress comes up, supposedly, and is like, don't throw that away. I want that. Can I buy that? And he's like, oh, yes, of course. Give me, I don't know what the number is, but it was like
I think it's $20,000.
$20,000. She's like, are you kidding me? I just watched you doodle for like 2 minutes on a napkin.
Right.
Like, no, this took me 38 years.
Yeah.
Or however long it was.
Right.
Probably more like 60 for that guy.
Yeah, I think it was 60 or something.
So,
I didn't just do this in 2 minutes. I've been doing this for
forever.
Yeah, forever.
So obviously he put it back in his pocket.
Yeah.
Because she did not have $20,000.
Wow.
But it's so true. A lot of people like to immediately forget the years of practice and going back and forth and just all the extra work that goes into the moment where they see you on stage.
Yeah, it all adds up.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I don't want to interrupt, but how are we doing on? Because I know my phone only did an hour and 25 minutes last night.
My iPhone may be shut off by now. It's time to take a pee break, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Just warm up.
That sounds great.
Make sure all the equipment's doing good. And
that sounds great.
We'll be right back.
If that's the case, we might want to go ahead and get into some songs or whatever. Unless you got other stuff you want to talk about or promotions. I mean, it's totally up to you. We can sit here all night and talk. I mean,
you're going to edit it up. That's really cool.
Yeah.
that's the cool part about it.
And
I wasn't sure.
We try not to do too much. I mean, we've got this thing where we kind of like to do one take and no filters, and we don't go back and change stuff from what it was.
Right.
But yeah, we'll take out some dead spots or something.
Right.
But overall, we try to leave everything in that we can.
Yeah, it was real natural.
It's natural. Yeah, it's what we did.
Which is very cool.
I'm scared to delete that video, but I'm also scared that if I start recording, it'll stop sooner because it's such a long.
I mean, do you just want to put my phone over there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've already got the other deleted, so we can just put mine up.
That'll work.
Can you get by?
Yeah, I got it. I'm fully, let's see.
With that look, I just don't trust.
Without what?
I'm at 99%. 22%. So
I just don't trust our video data saving capabilities. The video's been the hardest part.
Video's hard.
Yeah, man. And it's not so much like I said, I like to film and edit film and stuff, but that's totally different. That's one camera.
Always one camera?
Well, usually I like to film one camera because I usually just film by myself. But but you know, they're clips.
Yeah.
It's not continuous 2.5 hour filming. So it turns out the phone is one of the better, but GoPro never fails and it always syncs up so well.
right.
Alright, so we're jumping into some music then?
Sure.
It's up to whatever.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
sounds
we got
great.
more
Want to do a
stuff.
song?
I mean, we can
talk
chit chat a
between
little
some-
bit while you're tuning up
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Sure.
how many instruments do you have? Or just guitars, I guess.
I have a few. Probably 4 or 5, maybe.
Okay. Electric as well.
Yeah, I like to play, like in this type of setting, acoustic is really nice.
Yeah.
Because you don't need an amplifier or anything like that. But when you play at shows and stuff, you really do need a amp and an electric guitar in most cases. So
Right.
I have a couple of solid body guitars that lend themselves for venues like Homegrown Brew House and you know, different guitars. Guitars are like paintbrushes. Man, I love these art references.
Yeah, it's been good.
So guitars are like
Artsy
paintbrushes.
episode.
Yeah, it's the artsy episode of Craft Conversation.
You literally just named the episode.
The artsy episode. Wow,
There you
that's,
go,
a,
write
that's
it
a
down.
big that's a big palette to fill.
Ah,
He's had a couple of those zingers.
awesome.
Hopefully they sound as good on the rerun, right?
Nice.
If we laugh now, we laugh later.
You're laughing later, right?
That's usually how it works so far.
But it's like a paintbrush. So like this guitar has a, you know, like a very deep brown. I like to, you know, it's like a, you know, it's mellow, you know. But
Okay.
you know, like electric guitars might have a brighter sound or a thin sound, you know, like that, you know.
I can see that. Yeah.
And you know, different brushes, you know. And then if you add amplifiers into that, that might be like how you mix the colors that are coming out. And that's kind of like the best guitar players are the guys that can get their instrument to sound the way they want it to sound within the song that they're playing.
Right.
You know, so that's really cool, and that could take you could spend a lifetime, you know. So I've had this guitar for a couple of years. I got it from ye old guitar shop down there. Mike sold it to me,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm still learning about this. It has a pickup system in it, but you know, I'm learning it and getting.
Would you say Prince was good at that as far as painting a picture with this guitar?
Prince was amazing
Yeah.
at it, you know. I mean, he took his electric guitar and made it
He
sing.
can make it do whatever.
Right, whatever, you know, within that song, you know.
Yeah.
So that's part of the art, you know. It's like, you know, it's any art. Public speaking is the same thing.
Yep.
When do you get excited and do all that stuff? But so yeah, I'll play. We were talking about Math before, so this is an old blues song. And you know, guys, if there's something like you say, oh man, you know, I want you to do some of your original stuff, that's fine. But I'm just going to kind of wing it on.
Wait.
I didn't
That's fine.
I didn't really have anything special picked out to play. I usually don't do that. I usually like to just kind of feel like
All originals though?
No, this is going to be a cover song. It's like up to you. Like if you said, oh, I want you to play one of your own songs, that's going to be different.
We gotta stick to originals.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Because of copyright stuff.
Yeah. One of the things that they said on Spotify in order to get in is that we own all the rights to the audio.
That's cool.
So if
That's
if
a
you're
cool-
playing a cover, I don't own that audio, so I don't want it to come back at us. But I don't know if it counts if you're singing on a podcast. I don't know the legalities.
So that's a great thing. And I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not even going to go there. So I could play some original. I'll play some original stuff without Math.
I mean, but I'd love to hear it later on, maybe.
Yeah, after we shut off.
Yeah.
Or maybe, that would be fun. I could do it
Just
after
until we figure out
Yeah.
what all the legalities are. But.
So
Yeah. So I hope that didn't throw a huge wrench in the things.
no, it didn't. I just won't sing the song with the math, and I'll do an original.
No math. We still got away with it. No, I'm just kidding.
So this song is I'll give you the background on the song, and then I'll play it, which we don't get to do at the open mics, because
That's true because you have such a small amount of time, right?
Yeah, they want you to go.
Yeah, and I love hearing the stories behind the song.
We were at Home Team Barbecue during one of the blues jams. Fun place, right? Rock and blues jam. And my daughter was with me, and we were talking about just songwriting and performing. She's a piano player. And she says, it's impossible to write songs. How do you guys do that? And I said, well, it's about having something to talk about, something to say, and then saying it through music. I said, here, the next thing you hear, I'll write a song about. So there's this guy, they call him British Charlie. And he was standing in front of us, and he looked at this girl, and he said, you're gorgeous, baby. And so I said, I'm going to write a song, and I'll call it You're Gorgeous, Baby.
Mm-hmm.
So this song came from that.
Okay.
Awesome.
It was pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So I wrote that when we got home at midnight, and it was like, the perfect time. And I'll give you the acoustic version.
All right. You just wrote that in one night.
Yeah, that was
you went home and wrote that.
Homegrown brew house, and I said, so you frame it out. First verse is about this. Second verse is about that. Third verse kind of ties it together, and then the band says, "Oh, that's pretty cool. It's blues."
Yeah.
And then that will be on our first EP.
Okay. I think I remember hearing that at Blackwater. Did you play that at Blackwater out there?
We
Sounds
did.
familiar.
Yeah, we played covers and a couple originals there.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a great day, man.
That was a good night.
That was
I wish more people would have been out there, but it was a fantastic day.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was too quick.
Yeah, it's gaining traction, I think.
Last week
last week was really good.
Pretty good turnout.
It was.
Yeah. So
100 people. 50 to 100.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
I thought we had between 50 and 100 when we played with that other blues band. I wish I could remember the name of those guys.
Ron Boss.
I
I know John
Boss.
Picard was playing bass that day, and they had a different drummer there. It was kind of cool.
I don't know.
But
I think
that's
it's
kind of
Ron Boss. I don't know.
that's the classic blues style, you know. You could dance to it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. It's catchy,
It is.
and
I like the blues.
I love the blues,
Yeah.
you know. So that's what kind of got me back into the music was, like, again, the Low Country Blues Club. And the first time I played with them, I played bass guitar.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, you know, I mean, that's kind of another instrument back in the day. And I was like, yeah, I'll play. You know, I was nervous because I hadn't played in front of people in a long time. But then once you start playing, you know, like it's all good.
Yeah. Do you do a slide at all?
Yeah, I like to play slide guitar.
Do you?
It's a different tuning well, you can play it like on a standard tuning. This is called standard tuning.
Oh.
You know.
What's the difference?
So standard, it's the notes that each string is tuned to.
Okay.
So standard tuning on a guitar is E, A, D, G, B, and E. And then if you tune it to like open E tuning, what you're doing is you're changing the note of each string. So when you strum it, it sounds like a chord. Instead of when you strum it, it's right. So there's different types of tuning. And what it lets you do is it makes life easier if you're playing slide, because you're basically playing a chord with one strum instead of having to finger the chord differently.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing, and for slide guitar, it's really pretty nice. But I didn't bring a slide with me tonight.
No. I wasn't asking what.
I should have. You said bring what you need, and I was like, what should I bring? I said, should I bring an amplifier and an electric guitar? I said, no, let's just have fun the first time. This way I'm not.
I like that.
Yeah, have fun, chat, do the thing, and then.
Yeah, I think right now we're kind of just set up for acoustic, really.
Yeah, no one has brought an amp, and I didn't even think that would be an option. So.
Oh, you could do that easily.
Yeah, well.
And you don't.
I didn't think anyone would actually bring it though, so I guess that's what more that I'm referring to. But while we have a pause, because you're probably going to play a little bit more.
Yeah, sure.
You want to crack open the last one?
We could.
That sounds wonderful.
Because it's one of my favorites.
All right, well, let's do it. One bottle or both? 4 ounces apiece or 8 ounces apiece?
Well, we have to edit after this, so.
All right, so.
The other one's going to get finished at some point.
So you can do 4 ounces apiece and then have one for editing purposes.
No, that's not our only beer, Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got.
Don't worry about that.
You guys are pretty set up, huh?
This is not our first rodeo.
All right, well, we'll do it. There's no fancy label or anything on this, so we're just going to pop it. So I brewed this beer. It's a Russian Imperial Stout.
You brewed this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I
Right?
didn't have the microphone, right?
That's an art.
So,
And it's delicious.
yeah, so I called it the Zenconut Stout. Is that how you say it?
Zenconut.
I don't know. Because it's brewed in the Zen Garden, and it's a coconut Imperial Stout.
Oh, Zen.
Yeah, Zen Garden.
Zenconut.
Zenconut. Yeah,
Zenconut. I like that.
Zenconut. So it was supposed to be
I thought it was a Russian word that you were. I was like,
No,
man, that's cool. He speaks
So
Russian.
it was supposed to be a peanut butter Russian Imperial Stout. I've told this story before, but the kit that I got didn't come with the peanut butter that I needed. It said the peanut butter powder was optional, that you had to go buy it from XYZ. So I looked around the house and I found some unsweetened coconut up in the cabinet. And I said, well, I'm just going to throw 3 cups of coconut in a cast iron skillet and just toast it up and put toasted coconut into the beer, into the fermentation, and let the coconut flavors come out. So now it's become a coconut Russian Imperial Stout.
I have to ask the question.
Sure.
How do you get the little pieces out after you put it in there?
Well,
Do you filter it or something like that?
It sits in a fermenter. It all collects at the bottom called trudge. So all the yeast and all the extra bits and pieces fall down to the bottom.
The trudge falls to the bottom.
Right.
It's like grappa on wine.
Same
or
thing
something
like with that
that
first beer we had is dry hops. So they put hops in the fermenter after the boil, and all that just kind of settles down to the bottom, and you just filter off
the grudge,
the stuff from the top.
And take the top.
Yeah. So So no, there's no coconut in here.
This could be a PBS show.
We're gonna
I
use
know
same-
there's a lot of learning
A lot
too.
of learning going on
We're
here.
gonna use the same.
Yeah, that's
glasses.
fine. That's all right. So this is going to have a little coconut flavor to it, maybe?
Yep, coconut.
It's gonna be a little
It's got-
sweet.
a little
It's kind of like a
sweet.
dessert
It's
beer.
got cocoa nibs in there. I might have shorted
Nice.
you out a little bit here, Caleb, but
That's all right because we're opening the other one.
There you go.
you've had plenty. What else did it have in it? Cocoa nibs, the toasted coconut, and some cacao powder. So it's chocolatey coconut.
Man, my brain starts thinking like maybe you could make a healthy beer, like with protein in it or something.
Oh, this is healthy.
And it could be a protein. Well, it is, but I mean, like you could drink it before you work, after your workout.
Yeah.
I always drink beer after my workout.
Me too.
So,
Or
it's
after
good
the
music.
run. Yeah,
Good
thank you,
music.
man. I appreciate you guys.
That one's a little boozier, it seems like, than
It does.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's aging all right.
It's like a chocolate milkshake.
And I feel like I get a different flavor every time I open one, which is what happens. It matures in the bottle a little bit.
Nice.
And that's why people age, stouts. They'll keep them for a year, 2 years, 5 years.
I didn't
and
know that.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of
whiskey
people-
barrel stouts, I thought they aged for like 6 months.
No, they do before they bottle it, but you can buy those bottles, and a lot of people will save them from year to year, and they'll do a tasting, what they call a vertical tasting, where they will taste, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, all back to back to see how the flavors have changed in different barrels and just time.
So they could stay that long?
Yeah, for an Imperial Stout like this, you wouldn't want to do it with like an IPA or something because all your bitterness and those flavors are going to fall off. But a Stout holds everything pretty nicely. So.
Neat. That's good. That's a great brew.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You can also age sours that way, right?
Yeah.
Like an
Sours
aged
can age.
brown is a Oud Bruin.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best
Sour.
sours. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the one we got in the fridge that we're going to have eventually with Gordon Peters, if we ever get him on the show. It's 2012.
Maybe
So-
Sunday. Oh well. Not by the
Yeah.
time this episode airs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, good.
So what are you guys thinking?
I don't know.
What
I
else?
mean,
We
we want to get one, what we call the carpet
Sure,
wall
the
session.
carpet,
So
that's
if
fine.
you save one for that.
Yeah, I'll save one
but
for
if
that.
you got a
I
couple
like
more
the
or
deal
one
with
more.
I like the deal with the originals. That's really cool. That's really cool. I think there's a thing where it's 30 seconds. You're allowed to have 30 seconds of a
Really?
yeah. You look that up. I mean, that's like a legal thing.
I should look it
Like,
up.
for snippets, like when we do cover music and you put it and you want to post it on a website because the venue is paying for the rights on that song to the BMI or whoever it is,
Right.
the powers to be. But for your website, I could take a 30-second clip and I could stick it on our website, and that's perfectly okay.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Something like, but check it out with Spotify though. I know.
I don't know either. I didn't really look into.
So before we talked about the Harris Teeter song "Next in Line," right?
Right.
So this will be a first. This will be an acoustic version of "Next in Line."
Okay. Never been there.
Yes.
Another blues, but it's more about just life in general. Always kind of next in line. When you're a kid, you're an old man. You're always next in line. So there we go. Next in line.
All right.
Well, you wake up, you're a young man. You feel real strong. You go to work, you make a living. You know nothing's wrong. You try moving up, but the man says it's too soon. You know you're the next in line to move. Well, you're the next in line again. Well, you're the next in line again. Well, you're the next in line again. Whoa, the next in line the next in line again. You try to find a wife, 21 websites to go. You finally find that good one, you know she'll do. She says, boy, you gotta wait your turn. You know you're the next in line to move. Well, you're the next in line again. 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 Well, you're getting real old, best days passed you by. Your friends are all gone or maybe just moved away. You're feeling kind of scared cause you don't know what to do, but you know that you're the next in line to lose. Well, you're the next in line again. Well, you're the next in line again. Well, you're the next in line again.
I like that one too.
Woo! Getting real old, man.
So just
Best days passed you by.
just standing in line at a grocery store, coming up with great music.
No one likes standing in line.
Nobody does.
Yeah, but everybody likes being next,
That's true.
for sure.
If you're next in
is
line,
almost better than
you're kind of like you're there.
yeah. Next is almost better than being at the register.
Yeah,
next.
it's the anticipation
Yeah.
of actually
Hey,
getting
I'm next.
out.
Yeah. Unless you always just keep hearing next and you never quite make it there.
Next. Yeah, there's like the old scene from I think it was Hair. Remember the movie Hair,
Yeah,
where they're going into the military and they're doing the physicals. Next,
Yeah.
and they do that song White Boys.
yeah. Yep.
I don't,
You gotta
never-
watch.
he's never
You
seen
gotta
that.
watch that movie.
That was
The
60s,
music, but yeah, there was a remake in the 70s,
Yeah.
and the music was fantastic.
all right. I have two movies now I have
yeah.
to watch.
Hair,
And Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles is a great one. Music isn't too good in it, but you know.
Yeah. No, it wasn't for the music, for sure.
But
It was
So,
the,
like,
the one-liners, the jokes.
the one.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that? The best one-liner in that one,
Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
where they're at the town, and they're all hanging out, and the dude's up there on the thing, and he goes, "Excuse me while I whip this out,"
Yeah.
and the girl goes, "Ah!" and she passes out.
Yeah. Can't remember that dude's name.
That might not make the edits.
Oh no, this is not a PG show at all.
Oh, let's make them the
Yeah,
edit.
we've put on all our programming that it's explicit content. So
I don't know if that's explicit, but it's pretty.
yeah,
You can get the picture.
It's destroying you into.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks, right? Mel Brooks.
Mel
movie?
Brooks, genius.
All right.
Yeah, you could just watch his movies like for a whole week and laugh harder at each one.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Meaning of Life. Was that it?
Yep.
The
Meaning of Life is one. Mm-hmm.
Spaceballs.
Oh, yeah.
Baseballs.
Oh, Spaceballs.
He's got some great
I'll
movies.
take Mel.
Didn't he do the producers?
Yeah, I think the
He
producers
did
as well.
do the producers. Yeah. And I think he's in all his movies, right?
Wow, that's
I
pretty
think
neat.
so.
Yeah, he stole that from I think Alfred Hitchcock though.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was in his movies.
Yeah. But you know the just on the songs in general, it's you know, you think about different genres, right, of music, and the blues is generally thought to be like sad stuff, But that's not always the case. Sometimes it's, it's got a groove, and it could be about something other than I lost my old lady down at the store.
Right, and that's what I grew up kind of thinking the
people
blues
think
was.
about that, So like, guys like Joe Bonamassa and,
I think Clayton had mentioned that name last night too.
Yeah, great.
As one of his influences or whatever.
Great blues guitar player. But not all his stuff is sad. It's got different vibes. So like that song Next in Line, it's really not sad per se, other than maybe the last verse where it's about getting old and friends passing away and stuff. But the middle, the early parts about the misconception of youth, trying to get their way through life, and you got to wait your turn sometimes. And then the middle part's about trying to find a relationship. And
I like it.
Yeah, so it's it could be looked at as a sad song in some respects, but it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be kind of a groovy, life's cool. Don't worry about the stuff that keeps you waiting. Just chill out and enjoy the
I got that vibe.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like an upbeat with a blues kind of tag to it.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
I know we talked about movies just a tad bit, but I just want to ask you, have you ever seen the movie Crossroads?
Yeah.
With Ralph Macchio?
Ralph Macchio, the
blues.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
was a great movie, blues movie, I thought. A lot of good guitar in that.
Great guitar. And remember he does
Steve Vai, I think, was in it, right?
You got it, man.
Yeah.
Steve Vai was the guitarist. And I don't think Ralph Macchio played the guitar.
I don't think so either.
I think he had a stunt double.
Yeah, because they never showed him in
Might
full
have been Scott
body.
Oliver.
Yeah, it could have been.
Just close up on the hands.
It was always just the hands.
Yeah. But
it's a good movie.
Steve Vai played in that.
Just sell his soul to the devil to play blues
on
the crossroads.
Yeah. And that's kind of like I think that whole theme came from the Robert Johnson.
I think so. I think that's who they referenced. Yeah.
Yeah. So Robert Johnson, the quintessential blues guitar player. He wrote the song Crossroads. It's like a. Straight blues. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah, we haven't figured it out yet. I'm trying. But
what a tease.
The facts are really like I went down to the crossroads, tried to catch a ride. It's a sad song. Nobody, everybody passed me by.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first verse is, I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Lord above, have mercy, save poor Bobby, if you please.
Mm-hmm. That's
kind of a sad thing. He's kind of like pleading with God to get him out of this bad situation. We don't know what happened, but the myth goes that he wasn't a very good guitar player when he started. And they kind of kicked him out of the juke joints. Right, so they were juke joints.
I know the term.
Yeah. So juke joints, right? So that used to be a big thing, right, back in the early part of the century there, and like Robert Johnson, these guys all palled around and they taught each other licks and stuff like that. But he wasn't really getting very good, and they would kind of send him to the side, kind of like maybe at some of the open mic nights, people get preference over others. Maybe not.
For sure. I've seen it.
But anyway, he disappeared for like 6 months. And the myth has it that he made a deal. He sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads.
Yep.
And he came back and he was able to now play these like. Sound like a whole band by himself.
Yeah.
And they were like, how did he learn that? So there's a hellhound on his trail,
It's magic.
Yeah, they said it was kind of like magic. So it's really cool. Like the blues has this really rooted American history, and you know you can't say that about all other types of music. You know, blues is about as American and maybe as country. You know,
Right.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. Some music scholar out there saying, well, dang it, blues came first, and somebody saying, no, country came first. I don't know. You know.
Probably happened simultaneously at two different
Some stuff
spots.
probably did, because you know if you look at what was going on back then, right? It was post Civil War, right? And you had all these people that all of a sudden had freedom, you know, and they couldn't make money where they were living in the South per se. So some went north, couldn't make much money up there, but there was still this like musical vibe, this tribal vibe. Some went, you know, central, like Texas and the Mississippi Delta and all that. Some went out west, but like they all had that pre-Civil War commonality.
Right.
Somebody else is not going to be happy with me for saying that, but it was a cultural thing, the blues, and it came out of like working, you know, it's like boom, shh, boom, shh, and it was rhythmic, so they were pounding on whatever they were pounding on all day, and the blues kind of evolved out of that, is the way I've taken it, and then when it spread out to the different parts of the country, it picked up that part of the country's vibe.
I like it.
Yeah,
dude.
and so that's kind of the
Good
you know if you look at
explanation.
it, it's much deeper than that, but from like just a conversational level, it's really about that migration away from the deep South and taking some of that culture along, and then the blues. You know, you have like the West Coast blues and which is like I always look at West Coast blues as being a little more on the upbeat, happy side. L.A., we love it, right?
That's what I kind of expected when you said that, yeah.
Right. And then Chicago blues has that like city feel, that that da 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 right. And then you got the historical Delta blues, which is very picky and free, open sounding. They don't adhere to maybe all the rules. It's more like talking about history things, like what was going on in your day or in your life or in your relationship. So I don't know, it's really cool, the blues,
It is.
Just from that
kind of
perspective.
makes me want to take a class or something on
Right.
it.
Well, if you have, it's probably the best place to get content now is like on Amazon. Amazon's just got a ton of good documentaries and stuff.
Yeah.
Got to pay for it, which sucks, but
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. But anyway, that's kind of why, that's what kind of pulled me into it. I started listening to all this stuff and I'm saying, wow, that's really telling a story about what was going on during that period. And if you listen, I don't want to put you guys to sleep.
No, that's what we're here for. Not to sleep.
No, this is interesting to me.
It's like, and the song that we'll do in the carpet is kind of a funny thing because I reference an airplane in the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you listen to old blues, they talk about trains and stuff like that, right? Everybody, because that was the best mode of transportation. You ride the blinds, right? They talk about riding the blinds, and that's like when I learned about what that really was, I was like, man, that must have been crazy. Riding the blinds is you don't want the conductors to catch you. So you were on the train underneath, like where the wheels are going around, and it was called riding the blind or riding the rails.
Yeah.
Riding the blinds was in between the two cars. I think I probably had that backwards. Riding the rails was underneath. You probably got a lot of people, run over and stuff. But,
Right.
Oh, I'm sure.
So then that is so period, riding the rails, riding the blinds.
Yeah.
And so it's blues,
I like it.
Yeah, it's cool stuff, man.
We were just talking about that one song by Aerosmith last night.
Walking the dog?
No.
Oh.
Train's going to keep on rolling
Train
or something?
kept rolling.
Yeah.
All night long. Yeah.
Probably a similar thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah, what was that
that's
song
bluesy.
about?
I don't know.
On a train, I met a dame.
Yeah. That might be it.
She was
I gotta go
she was
listen to the song
handsome. That's Steven Tyler, man. He's a crazy dude.
That was
That's a
some good
great
times.
song, man.
Yeah.
Now, did they write that song? I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know.
Train kept a rolling. I think that's an old blues song. You might be right. You're right, Brian.
Sometimes I am. I don't know.
I think you're right on with that one. We
gotta
need
look it
that.
up.
We need that fact checking person.
I know, the intern.
Y'all talked about that already, the intern?
All right, so the GoPro is dying,
All right.
Battery's dead.
which means we need to wrap it up in the carpet.
I
Okay.
need to wrap it up.
Want to wrap it up?
Yes, but I think that's the recording. So what was your question?
Oh,
real
that's
quick? I
still
didn't want to
recording.
cut,
Yeah,
I didn't want to
No.
cut you off.
No, you were good, man. Caleb.
What were we
We were talking about
We
train
were just
cap.
talking about, yeah.
We'll have to get a fact checker,
Oh, yeah. the
like
intern,
Robin.
Yeah.
We'll have to. You guys will have to find your Robin.
So it's funny that you were talking about trains because I'm going down on a train for my first time tomorrow. That's how I'm getting to North Carolina.
Amtrak.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I've never done it before. I have no idea what to expect.
There's no TSA checkpoint.
Oh, that's awesome.
You bring whatever you want, man. Just show up with all your cameras and gear, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely be taking the mic and my camera. So
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
all right.
This was great, man. We gotta wrap
Awesome.
it up.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap it up in the carpet. That's what we call it.
Wrap it up on the carpet. Could I stand up and play?
You can stand
Yeah,
up.
it's up
We
to
usually
you.
put this chair there, but if you want to stand, that's
Okay.
perfectly fine too.
Yeah.
I'll stand.
We'll do that. That'll be a first.
Will that work?
Yeah, I'll just move your guitar case out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Like that?
But then again, I don't really know, so looks good enough.
Is that high enough, you think?
Yeah, I think so. As long as you guys are getting good signal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe, yeah, that should be.
That'll look good.
1, 2. How's the guitar look?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
1,
guitar's
2.
great.
Vocals good. Vocals high. 1, 2, 1.
Then you're good.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So, what are you going to perform for us? Or
Nice.
Brian, you want to ask that question?
No, yeah. So what's the song called?
okay. So the carpet.
The Carpet?
The carpet song tonight.
All right. So we
no,
got
no, this is not the song title. It's
Yeah.
called 25 Years.
25 years.
Right. And you want a quick background on it?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Let's hear
the
it.
quick background on it is, this is actually, it sounds like it's about a coal mine, but it's not. It's actually about relationships.
Okay.
So it's called 25 Years.
All right.
"25 years, no silver in the mine. 25 years, no silver in the mine. My baby tells me all the time. I dig all night and I dig all day. I dig all night and I dig all day. But I don't see no silver inside. I don't see no silver inside. Well, the sun's gonna shine in my mind someday. That sun's gonna shine in my mind someday. The sun's gonna wash them blues away. That sun's gonna wash them blues away. 25 years, no silver in the mine. 25 years, no silver in the mine. My baby tells me all the time. My baby tells me all the time. My baby tells me all the time.
Yeah, I like it. Paul Stone from the Paul Stone Project. 25 years right there.
Oh.
Another one you wrote?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, man. He said all originals.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we didn't want to get in any.
no, but I mean, somebody else in the band could have written.
I got you.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's true. So that's words and music by me, performed by the project.
yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
That's the way the guys roll.
I like that one a lot
That was
too.
really fun.
That was
guys.
3
Man,
awesome songs.
It was,
Thank you. I appreciate that. You
Yeah,
know,
you're welcome.
it's all evolving. You know, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And hanging out with you guys tonight was awesome,
It
man.
was
man,
so much
appreciate
fun.
you coming.
Yeah, man.
We booked it pretty quickly, and I think it was fantastic.
I agree. It worked really well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to you
Desert.
and to everyone else, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.